come on, hit record, and we can get started. So let's head through this. So today I'm going to be going through all the little puzzle pieces that I truly believe form success in life in general with anything, but in particular this Kyani business. So forming a puzzle. Okay, I want you to think about a puzzle for a moment here. And just one moment. Yep, everyone can hear me okay. Cool. So when you think about forming a puzzle, yeah, there are many puzzle pieces in the pursuit to becoming successful. So I'm just going to move you guys over a little bit so I can see my screen myself. There we go. So when you think about forming a puzzle, 500-piece puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle, whatever it might be, you know, what do you need to form a puzzle? You need patience. You need trial and error. You know, you're going to pick up a few pieces of puzzle and you're going to try and, you know, locate it and go, nah, that didn't work. Nah, that doesn't fit in there. I need to try again. You're going to need some life experience, you know, like about piecing. You're going to have a little bit of knowledge about what it takes to piece a puzzle together. I'm sure we've all come across puzzles before. And it's knowing that it's a journey to piece a puzzle together, full of obstacles, of trial and error, what works, what doesn't. That's going to eventually, you know that puzzle piece is going to happen and the puzzle's going to come together, but we've just got to know that it's a journey to get there. And so I love that analogy when it comes to this business. You know, and I love this quote that's just down the bottom here. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. So I just loved that quote. So the first piece of the puzzle I want to go through with you is the business owner characteristics. So you are in business for yourself, but never by yourself. We've got a team of people around that can help you, and we're all doing this together. But you need to have some characteristics of a business owner to be able to grow a successful business. And so I'm going to run through those here now. So one of them is confidence. So, you know, business owners and entrepreneurs and successful people, they never question themselves. And people follow people. You know, if you're super confident, people will be attracted to that. They will want to follow you because they will want to be like you. A business owner has certainty. You know, you don't fear it, have faith in it. And so many of us fear the outcome, fear the rejection, fear, you know, what if this doesn't work, fear of getting a no. But you really need to just change your language. A business owner comes in, and when they invest 300,000, 500,000, whatever they want to do in business to start a business, they have faith that this is going to work. And purely because they've invested so much money, they've got no choice as well. They've got to make it work. So just remember here the law of attraction. You know, what you put out, is what you're going to get back. So if you're constantly living in fear and worry and what people think, things like that, you're just going to get more of those sent to you because the universe thinks, oh, you like those things. So a business owner has excitement. You know, they're excited about the future and the opportunity. They have energy. They radiate really good energy when you're around them because they have that excitement. They have belief. So they have belief in themselves and belief in the business. It is so important to have belief in yourself and the business. The vision. They know where they are and they know where they're going. And they embrace change. As it happens, they go through and they just embrace change. You know, that is a real mindset of an entrepreneurial person. So do you have a vision right now? Do you know where you're going to be next month? Do you know where you're going to be next year? How are you starting off January? What's your 5-year goal? Like, you know, if you were to sit down and you had a pen and paper and you could dream big without, you know, zero obstacles, what would it be? Like, what does your vision look like 1 year, 5 years from now? Have you got it written down? Because a business owner and successful entrepreneur knows their exact vision. They just know what they want. They have curiosity, you know, learning. They love to learn. They, you know, some of the most successful people read so many books, and they pick the brains of other people who are successful. They strategize. Okay, so this is where I am now. This is where I want to go. How can I get there? And then they learn from those people that have already been there before them. They research constant ways to improve everything, every aspect. It might be marketing, advertising. It could be, getting better with human resources, whatever it is. With the Kyani business, it could be, researching, about the app. It could be researching about the products and just learning a little bit about that. It could be researching about the behind the company, the people behind the company. And they take action. So they put in extra hours where they need to. So, they do whatever it takes to become successful. All of us are generally busy, and this is our plan B. But, what are they, what most of them, all have plans. So I'm just trying to admit people while I'm trying to speak. So what they're trying to do is that they want to work on plan B. So and that's what Kyani generally is for us. So because we all have plan A's already with some work and things like that, we need to make sure that this is fitting in the cracks of our schedule. So, they just do whatever it takes to make this happen because they know it's for a short time. And they have the work ethic. They understand that this initial time investment that we're going to be putting into this business rewards them later. So many people, they come in, they get, 2 no's and disappear, can't do this business. So no, they're definitely not cut out to be business owners. We're looking for people who want to own a business. And so they have great work ethic. When we look back at, say, a company that we owned for 13 years, there was so many ups and downs, failures, loss of money, all sorts of bumps in the road that we had to get through. But we couldn't give up because not only did we invest a lot of money into the business to get up and running, but we also had a team of people that lives depended on us. And also we needed to put food on the table, and we didn't want to go back to where we were previously. So we knew that the work we put in to get our cabinet making business up and running, we knew that we probably wouldn't see the rewards of that until much later, as we have compounding growth kick in and we have procedures and all sorts of things in place. And so these are the characteristics of a business owner. So as you're looking at this list, do you feel like you can safely tick off each of these things as a business owner? And maybe ask yourself some fantastic, good quality questions, which is probably another thing I should have put in here. Business owners always ask themselves good quality questions. What's working? What's not? What can I do better? Okay, and so Michael and I are constantly doing that every single week, almost daily, but we sit down and do it weekly together. Every Sunday is our planning day, our strategizing day. All right, what can we implement? What can we do for the team? What can, is that not working? Could we do it better? Can we, even a simple thing as changing the slide deck on a Wednesday night for our business overview meeting, like, could we make that better? So it's constantly asking yourself good quality questions on how you can do things better. Next slide. Here we go. Language, super, super important. This is key to success. I'm telling you now, it really is. And I know because I have lived this, breathed this, and experienced it time and time again. And things don't go well when my language is not well. And then when I get picked up on it and I change my language, I change my outcome every single time. So are you negative Nancy or positive Pam? I love that saying, that wherever you go in life, as you walk around the streets, when you go to work, when you're in front of people, are you negative about everything? Is your glass always half empty, or is it, half full? When you're talking to people, have you got a solution for every problem that people have? Can you not wait to sit down and talk all doom and gloom with people? Or do people want to be around you because when they leave your company, they feel better for it? They feel like, wow, I needed to hear that. I just love hanging out with you. You're so much fun and you always lift me up. What are people saying when they're leaving your company? So your vibe will attract the tribe. So if you want positive, excited people in your business and in your team, then you need to be positive and excited too, because people follow people. So negative up, positive down. So if you're a leader in this company and you have a team, you'll hear obstacles and challenges come through from your team and that bad language coming through. So this is a great opportunity to have positive go down, be positive, Pam, and go down and really help inspire, encourage a team. So negative language and self-talk can unconsciously sabotage your chance at success. So your words and your thoughts that you have. So things like, I'll go through this with you now. So do you live above the line or below the line? I've talked about this a few times lately in some training that I've done, but this is super important because I, often catch myself sometimes below the line too. And then, Mike will say, Beck, is that above the line or below the line? And I'll be like, yes, okay, Mr. Tony Robbins. So, but I need it. And that's why it's so good to have a partner that keeps you accountable and picks you up when you're doing this. So, are you above the line? You have gratitude, even on the worst days. You're positive to be around. You don't allow yourself to gossip. You're solution focused, not problem focused. Stress, fear, mindset, playing victim, blaming others for everything that's all well below the line, and that's where you're going to stay. So we always need to be above the line. So words that you can avoid, I'm just going to give you some examples around the language area, just because this really helped me. So things like the word try. I hear the word try all the time. Yep, no worries, I'll try and do that. Hey, can you get 3 business partners on this Wednesday's business overview? Sure, yeah, I'll try. Now, I know for a fact that they won't do it, because try is expecting to fail. Yeah, I'll try. It's that underlying subconscious feeling coming out and saying, yeah, I'll try, but I'll give it a go, but I probably know I can't. So try, get rid of the word try. It's hesitation, it's lack of confidence. And we all know that the business characteristic for a successful person is confidence. So replace try with I will or I won't, because it's pretty simple. Like you either, we don't try, we either do or we don't. It's simple as that. So, and then what that does to your mind when you put in the I will or I won't is you'll do exactly that. You're going to make it happen. So the word can't, your subconscious is going to tell you all the reasons you can't. The subconscious is where we hold all the stories of past rejection, past failures, past whatever. And so this is where it's going to come, saying you can't is basically, that's your subconscious talking. So we replace it with how can I? So a good quality question. Then the word should, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. This is your own business. So choose I want to or I choose to, instead of I know I should really set some time aside for Kyani. I've been so busy lately. It's no, I want to set some time aside for this business. I know it's going to change my life. A year from now, it can look totally different because I said yes. So I'm going to choose to find time to give this a go. How much more powerful is saying something like that to yourself? So problem, the word problem, that is a thing that is difficult to achieve. So replace the word problem. Instead of going to your upline or wherever and saying, I have a problem, say, I have a challenge or I've got an obstacle. And, let's conquer it instead. So the little quote down below, I love it. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. So another way, I'm just going to relate the language to Kyani again to just give you a bit of an idea is, here's some reframing that you can do. And this is something I'm working on each and every day as well, because it really helps me get into a business CEO, business owner mindset. So downline, let's not talk about downline, let's talk about my team. Prospects, let's replace that with potential business partners or customers. No time, replace it with, I've got other priorities right now, because then you're being truthful. Stressed, replace it with I'm challenged right now with a few things, but I'm going to overcome those, or I'm gonna, you just rephrase your wording there. So stress is just you're challenged at the moment. You've got an obstacle in front of you, and we need to get over that. So stress is such a common word these days, and what that does to you, your subconscious, and what that puts out to the universe. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. I'm stressed. It's just not healthy. So cost or price. To join the business, replace with investment, something really simple like that. Sign up. All right, I'm going to sign you up today. It sounds to me like, oh my God, what am I getting involved in? So maybe replace it with the registration process, or getting started, or just something exciting. The word objections, replace with I've got some concerns, and then we can work through those together. So reframing some other phrases could be, people always say no to me. You know, what you need to understand though, that it's not for everyone. And, you know, how could have I approached them better? So it's asking a better quality question when someone says no to you. Okay. Go back to, okay, how could I have done that better? And just analyze the conversation you've had. I have tried, it's not working. You know, replace that with, am I working? Am I doing really what it takes? Am I coachable? You know, we see a lot of people wanting to do things their way. And, you know, that might not necessarily be the right way, or it could be the right way for them, you know, because you've got to make this sound like you. But, you know, some people say it's not working. But when we say, okay, how many peaks did you send out last week? They say, oh, well, last week was a really busy week for me. I had the kids sick and this and that and that and that. So that's the answer to that question. So yeah, you weren't working that week. So just having those honest conversations with yourself. You're a business partner. You're a business owner, sorry. So many people, you know, they don't have the confidence and they say, oh, I'm so bad at, you know, it could be peaks, survey calls, presenting, scheduling my time. It could be something that they feel that they're not really good at. And so what you can replace that with is, you know, whatever that challenge is, you can say, this is challenging for me and I want to get better at it, you know. And so that way, you know, okay, this is, you've got the awareness around what's challenging you. And now we know what we can go to our mentor and say, okay, I've got a challenge with this. How can I overcome that? So what language comes across in your peaks when you're building this business? You know, are you nervous? Are you doubting yourself? Are you are you excited? Are you uncertain, you know, about the business, or uncertain if you're doing this right? Or are you visionary? You know, are you able to, do you know where you are right now and where you're going? And does that come across? Or are you really quite uncertain with if this is going to work or if it's not? Because that will come through. So employee mindset or a CEO mindset. You know, do you have an employee mindset or a CEO mindset? Because the CEO mindset are the business owners. Telling, you know, if you're telling people, you know, you need to do this, you need to join this business, you need to take these products, or, you know, if someone says, you know, I'm quite happy in my job, well, and then talking about how jobs are not good, and, you know, you're telling, or are you simply sharing, you know, because this is what's going to change the whole network marketing industry, is if we simply share our stories and we don't tell. So what can this business do for them? So do you waffle a lot? You know, are your peaks like, you know, pages long? Or are you to the point and you're really confident? This is where we are. This is where we're going. This is what I work with. This is the timing. I'm excited. And then are you focusing on how this could help them, what this could do for them, not you? So are you recruiting, or are you giving someone an amazing opportunity of a lifetime? You know, so don't think about the end result. Think about what this could do for that person and how this could change their life and what you guys can do as a team. So don't be rank focused, be changing lives focused. So that's a little bit about the language. That's one of the puzzle pieces, another one of those puzzle pieces. So first of all, we've got business characteristics. Then we had language. Now we've got discipline. So, you know, you don't get healthy by eating a salad once. You don't get a six-pack by going to the gym once, unless you're Michael Simon, who's looking at me in the background over here. He takes some Fit20, does 6 workouts, and boom, he's like lost a few kilos. I'm like, damn you. But anyway, so do you eliminate distractions? You need discipline, especially if this is a plan B for you. It's not your complete plan A. So you do have another job, or you've got other, you know, you might be a stay-at-home full-time mum, whatever it might be. This is your plan B. So we need to eliminate distractions so that, you know, we can make the most of that time. You know, do you actually have a goal? Like right now, do you have a goal for this month, for October? Do you have a strategy for that goal? Yeah, what's your plan? So, you know, Mike and I, we have a monthly goals. We break that down into weekly goals, and we're constantly measuring that. And we use a specific, like we use our lifestyle planner for that, because that's what works for us and it's what has worked for many years and keeps us accountable. You know, are you consistent? You know, being consistent creates good habits. So you're eliminating distractions. You've got a plan. You've got a goal. So now you've got a strategy behind that goal of what. So if it's say Jade then you know that you need this amount of volume. So now what's the strategy to get to Jade? Okay, I need this much volume, so I need this many people. So what activity do I need to do above and beyond 3 people to get to Jade? You know, and then are you working on that every single day? So I say that a really good goal to have is 3 business partners, 3 customers every single month. Work on that as a great goal to have and something to aim for, because if you aim at nothing, you're going to hit it every time. And then be consistent. So set the time aside. That's why you need a diary. So important. So, and then when you do set that time aside and you sit down and you go, all right, I'm going to go in my office, I'm going to spend some time in the Kyani business. Are you productive in that time? So, you know, a lot of people think they might be doing income bringing activity, but they're not. They're fluffing around, or they're doing a post, or they're commenting on this, or liking someone's this. You know, that is great. But, you know, we want to do income bringing activity. You know, think CEO again, think business owner, and think, okay, this is where I am, this is where I'm going, this is my goals. All right, let's make this happen. Let's find these key people. Let's sift through and until we find the right person. And, you know, it's the quality that goes into that time as well. So making some time for it, maybe getting up an hour earlier, bed an hour later, and more importantly, just learning to say no to some things is super important. You know, don't let your mouth overload your back is what I always have to say to myself when I get overwhelmed with, okay, I've got this on, this on, this on, I've been invited here, I've been asked to do this. And then you're just learning to say no. You know, when you've got, you can do as much of that later, but let's get the rubber on the road in your business and let's set this up. So this little quote is pretty much just mine and Mike's, but you know, it's easy to get started and be fired up and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but actually doing it is another thing. So, you know, that, are you saying that? Are you saying, yep, I'm ready to go, I'm fired up, let's do this? But then think about now what you're going to do to make that happen. So the other piece of the puzzle is advertising yourself. People don't know what they don't know. So social media is just unbelievable. I mean, we never had this, you know, many, many years ago. And it's such a great tool that makes the world a really small place. It's a free platform. You don't have to advertise in the yellow pages anymore and pay for an ad amongst everyone else's ads now. This is super cool. We've got social media. And so, you know, are you posting? Are you doing a post every day? Because if you're not posting daily, then you're just not many people are actually going to see your posts when you do one. Because of all the Facebook algorithms and things like that. So doing a daily post and a daily story is super important. And you can mix that up in the WIT group, in our team page. If you click on files in our WIT group, and then if you click on social media hints and tips or something like that, that will give you a little bit of a strategy and a little bit of a plan of something you can just print, put on your computer, and just, it can remind you every single day. So one could be on lifestyle, you know, being with the kids, having fun, going hiking, you know, doing the things you love, cooking if that's your thing, and then, or it could be the next day, it could be adding value. It could be a personal development post and encouraging people and showing that your life is moving in a great direction. It could be health. So I do Wellness Wednesday. I've just started implementing that for those who haven't noticed. And every Wednesday I put something that I guess links back to our products. And you know, it could be, and if you run out of things to post, then maybe bring on a testimonial, contact one of your customers and ask them if you can post a testimonial from them, and put that up. So there's so much we can be doing. And so that social media document, I'll let you look at that later, but think about your appearance. You know, like if I was to walk into a party, you know, with a jumper on, a hoodie, track pants, and then tell someone that, you know, I'm this crazy business owner doing these amazing things, and are they going to be like, okay, like, you know, does it all tie in, you know, or do you walk in the room and someone goes, wow, I mean, I notice people, I'm a people watcher, and I can notice someone and they can walk into a room and they, you know, you just stare at them because, wow, they look super successful. Wow, they look someone like, I want to know what they do for a living. You know, I'm always curious about things like that because I want to be that person. I want to become that person and successful. So I want to do what they're going to do and have the appearance of how they're going to appear. You know, are you living healthy living? Are you, you know, that's another thing you could be doing, posting about healthy living and about your healthy living and what you do each day just to be extra healthy. It could be just going for a walk, and be seen to be living the healthy lifestyle. Yeah, we're in a health and wellness business. Now, people see your life as moving in an exciting and new direction. Like I said, people don't know what they don't know. So if Facebook is a great way of doing that, when you're catching up with people in person, when you attend networking events, whatever it is you're doing or wherever you are, you know, people want to see you if they haven't seen you in a while, or even if they have seen you only a week ago, they want to notice something different about you. Wow, you know, you seem like on social media that things are going so well for you. You're always happy, excited, adding value. You're around amazing people and at events. And, you know, when you walk into an event, are you that person in the room that's real quiet, shy in the background that, you know, or are you there, you know, saying, hey, how are you? Yep, tell me about yourself. What do you do? And then when they ask about you, are you saying, oh, you know, I'm really excited right now. You know, I'm working on a huge opportunity of a lifetime that's landed in my lap, and you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know, and this is what we're doing, and this is where we're going, and it's super exciting. And then people are like, whoa, tell me about this thing. What is it? Well, is it what business is it? You know, are you excited? So, and you know, advertising yourself, it's so important to know your elevator pitch. Now, someone says to you, what products do you sell? What do you say to that? If someone says, what business are you in? What's your go-to one-liner? So it's so important to know that. And if you don't know that, then reach out and let me help you come up with that. Then personal development is another key to the puzzle piece. So growing yourself will grow a successful business. You know, and that's just implement. You don't want to get into analysis paralysis where you are researching, learning, have to know everything, have to be the person, you know, the person that has got so much personal development that can go out and build a business. No, you just got to start somewhere, and you've got to implement the things you learn along the way. So you won't learn everything and then implement. You learn, implement, learn, implement, learn, implement. Okay, that is the best way to do it, because otherwise a year from now you've got all this knowledge and nothing to show for it. So I just have a goal. My little goal around personal development always is Audible. I do 1 book a month, and that's a given, even if I have to. And actually what I love about it is it forces me to put my headset in and go for a walk just to kill some time. So I'm doing some exercise at the same time. The other thing I do is when I'm driving to town and back, it's a 20-minute there and back, is I just put my headpiece in and listen to my Audible. That's 40 minutes a couple of times a week as well. So it's easy to do a book a month. I attend anything I can get my hands on. Obviously, maybe not here in Fiji, but when I was in Australia, I was always at networking events. You know, I went to a 7 steps to get to 7 figures event. That's how I, you know, met some amazing people who are now in my team. I just went to anything, just because you know, even, you know, you can always learn. You know, the mentor should always have a mentor. So do affirmations. I practice those every single day. As soon as I go drive up to the hill, pick up my teacher that comes back to do the homeschooling, I always go 5 minutes earlier. It's just my little rule I've got in my head. And I sit there and I just stare at the most beautiful, like, island you've ever seen. Just thick, lush, green, and it is so quiet. And you might hear a cow in the distance. And it's like amazing. And that's where I sit and I just look around and I go, thank you so much. Like, you know, even doesn't matter what's going on, I just thank that I'm here, I'm alive another day. I'm so grateful for the opportunities that have come my way, the people I meet. I'm just so grateful. I say affirmations every day, and it makes me feel so amazing. It really sets up my day. We have gratitude. You know, are you grateful every single day? No matter what happens, good or bad, be grateful. And so, yeah, we do that dinner table every night. We go around the table and say what we're grateful for. Manifestation and law of attraction. You know, these are little things that, you know, if you don't know about these, they can literally change the whole game for you, and it can actually bring on success a lot quicker if you understand it. So there's plenty of books out there on manifestation and law of attraction that you can look into. I won't delve too much into that now because I could talk for about 3 hours on this. It's my favorite topic. So when relating those puzzle pieces to Kyani, I'm going to put in this last puzzle piece for you guys, and it's the Kyani opportunity, which is going to piece all of it together. So, you know, is time blocked out in your diary every week to work on your business? Tick or no tick? Is it actually blocked out? Like, do you know the days, the times right now? So in your mind, think about that. Are you coachable? Are you someone that says, all right, I really want to make this happen? And do you ask your mentor or anyone around you in your team, how can I do this better? Or what do I need to do to achieve? This is the goal. What do I honestly need to do to achieve that? Now, do you plug into events and utilize them? You know, this event is so important every Sunday because it, you know, like I said, if you're not growing yourself, you can't grow a business. So, you know, you look at how many people get on these calls, how many people utilize our Wednesday night opportunity meeting. I know in the Team Fusion page, they run one on Thursday nights now. They've got book clubs. We've got so many events that you all can plug into that are there to help you. Because if you're not, especially with all this COVID that's going on right now, it's really kind of distanced us, whereas normally we'd be flying around. We would have been in Australia every month, which is what we were doing before. So this is now more crucial than ever for you to plug into as many online events as possible. And it's so cool because you can do it in the car. You can do it, you know, while the kids are sleeping or while you're doing the dishes. You know, you can be growing your business from your lounge room across 50 countries by inviting people into an online presentation. And if they can't get on it, send them the recording and say, hey, watch this. This is what we're doing, where we're going. And, you know, this could literally give you back time. It could change your life. It could, you know, and whatever is passionate to them. So are you utilizing the events and making the most out of those? Because if you don't, someone else is going to come in and do that and they're going to have huge success. So think of a business owner. Do you turn up to your business every day? You know, because if you're not turning up, how's it going to go? So building your team and your customers, are you consistently doing that? So I think a great goal is to, in my mind, what my current goal is 2 people a day. I'm having a conversation with, making a connection, reaching out, talking, creating conversation, asking about them, telling them all about me, and just starting that rapport and that. And I do that every day with 2 new people. So that's my goal. And I've just received 2 customers from that, which is super exciting. So follow up. This one is the golden nugget, guys, in the Kyani opportunity. It's not only following up with people from the past who've said no before, following up. If someone's on the online business overview meeting on a Wednesday, and if you're not following them up you know, within the first minute after that finishes, that's when the motivation dies within the next 24 hours. So you want to be following up people in a good response time. You know, I had somebody the other day that was on the business opportunity meeting and didn't contact anyone for like a week afterwards. And so, you know, it just makes it so much harder. So what is your response time? And think about that. It's super important. So being casual creates casualties. And a mentor of mine, Mr. James Bradford, Double Dread Diamond in the US, always says that, and it's stuck in my mind forever. And it's one of those things, you know, you have little sayings in your brain that make you be a better person. And that's one for me. Being casual is going to create casualties. Okay, so that is what I believe are the puzzle pieces to success. Now, there's obviously a lot of things within each of these areas, but they're the core areas that I truly believe if you delve back into again and have a look at this, and I'm happy to share the slides so that you can you know, go through and say, okay, if these are the characteristics, am I working towards being that person? Am I growing myself into that person? Am I doing what it takes to have a successful business? And you know, this at the end of the day, this is your business, and you're the business owner, so you can do this at any pace. This can be something that takes just a little bit of your time, 5% of the time, and you know, where you see yourself a year or 5 years from now, it's going to be great. You know, you might see this as, I want this to be my complete plan A. Like, I want to grab this now. You know, I want to run with this. While the timing is so amazing, and you know, where we're at in the company and how we're evolving, I want to be the forefront of this. You know, and if that's the case, then you need to go, okay, so out of all those puzzle pieces, how can I get better in each of those areas? What do I need to improve on? Who can I reach out to who is where I want to be in that area, and pick their brain? You know, if you can't take them out for a coffee because of COVID, then do a virtual coffee and say, look, I really want to jump on. I think I'm lacking in this area. How can I get better in that area? And, you know, and ask to be told what you don't want to hear. You know, that's a really important, I guess, tool to growth as well, is sometimes you don't want to hear things, but you need to hear them as well. And so yeah, that concludes the presentation. So these puzzle pieces are going to form the most amazing, life-changing puzzle you've ever seen, and I hope that you got a lot out of this training. So just stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start being excited about what could go right. So when you put together timing, huge demand, a unique hybrid business model, it equals a life-changing opportunity, guys. But however, the success is going to depend on you. So, and that is your beliefs, your attitude, and the action you take. They're the key things to success. So hopefully you can piece some of those puzzles together, even if it's just one small goal in each of those puzzle areas. Like, I need to get better at being excited, or I need to get better at my belief, or I need to get better at, you know, being more to the point. And then if you pick another something from the other puzzle piece, like the language, pick up one little thing that you can take away today and go, okay, I'm just going to slightly improve on that. I'm going to, you know, maybe say, you know, say Janine could say to Rick, pick me up when I say, oh, I can't, or I'm stressed, and then, you know, like just little things like that, because I tell Michael to do the same for me. And then pick something out of personal development, and pick something, you know, we don't have to be perfect to grow this business. We've just got to be doing something. And like I said, you learn as you grow. And when you're looking at those business characteristics of, if I go back to the very first slide, you know, the work ethic, you know, just understanding, you know, that what you're doing now and the time you're putting in, working on your business, working on yourself, it's going to reward you so much in the future. It took us 5 years in our cabinet making business to actually make profit. If we weren't paying off staff, taxes, employee taxes, vans, mobile phones for everyone, like it was crazy, you know, and the our wages. But there was no build up of profit outside of that until we hit around, you know, 4 or 5 years, I think. So, but then after that, the next, you know, 8 years that we were in business, it was phenomenal of what it did for us. So just understanding business is so, so important. So I hope you got a lot out of this, guys. I'll stop waffling because I'm doing what it says on there not to do, waffle. And and I hope you got a lot out of it. It's been recorded. If you want to share it with your team a bit later or go back to it and have a look at the slides and click through, feel free to do that. So I hope you have an amazing rest of the Sunday. We have no power here on the island whatsoever today. So it's been an interesting day. We've got a generator that's pumping out the back to get onto this Zoom today, but we do whatever it takes to make these trainings happen. And no fans, no air conditioning, hence the glow. So it's so hot here today without all that going. But, you know, it's just do whatever it takes. So have a wonderful rest of the Sunday. Remember all the events that are coming up in the next week again to help you guys grow your business. And yeah, and reach out if you need any help. So have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Beck. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone.